Hello. Today I want to talk about the directions of the life force within the human body and like around it. So this can tie into the elements video I did before this one. And it also ties into the human design video I did first. So what it basically means is in what directions our life force moves within the body and around it, slightly around it. So to start things, there are two main directions, considering the elements, and that is down and up. So when life force travels from the sky towards earth, or from up towards down, that is called manifestation. And when it travels from the earth towards the sky, that's called liberation. So manifestation is like materialization. It's bringing the spirit, the thoughts, the visions, the concepts, bringing them down from a fire and air down into earth, and bringing them down into the material plane. And the liberation current is from earth going up into the sky, and it's taking energies that are earthly and releasing them upwards. So think of like changing states of matter between ice, water, and gas. So when ice goes towards gas, the current is liberation. It evaporates. It goes into it's liberated. But when you freeze air, it's manifestation. It's being condensed. It's being dropped down from the air space down to earth plane, and it's being manifested, so materialized. So another way you can look at it is in the terms of masculine and feminine. So when you look at the metaphor I gave with the bucket and the water, let's use it a different way this time. So the yin aspect, or the yielding aspect, or the cradle, or the fertile ground, the fertile earth, is the feminine aspect in this metaphor. And the sun is the masculine aspect. So the earth is like Mother Earth, and father is like father sun. And also in that way, it could be like matter is maternal, and father is pattern or paternal. So it's like earth is this fertile ground, this moist fertile ground where the seed gets planted, or where the pattern of the father gets planted in. So in that regard, the father, or the masculine principle, is by its nature a manifesting attribute. And the mother or the feminine is by its nature the liberating, because it goes upwards, it waits for that input to be liberated. And because that is the case, the opposite is what is required. What I mean by this is, males carry the pattern, but they are here because they seek liberation. And females have that liberation. You can see that in the expressive, volatile nature of the emotions. But they are here because they seek the manifestation. They seek to bind new spirit into form in case of reproduction, in case of pregnancy and children, to manifest new life, to take the pattern from the masculine and to manifest it, to bind it down into the ground and to make new life. So you can see that in in male nature, it's seeking that liberation. It wants to be free. You can see it in like the warrior aspect in many different cases. So that's the movement from down towards up and from up towards down. And here you can see it seeks balance, just like the elements. It seeks balance in a way that manifestation is, you're sitting down, you're thinking about things, you have all these visions that you want to achieve, you're in the thought realm, you're in the air element, you're taking in all this input in your open centers, if you want to talk human design-wise, and you're using all this energy, this up energy, and you're trying to bind it down, you're trying to make something from that, you have this vision, this image you want to make manifested, and you're using the manifestation current to bind it into existence. The opposite of that is you have all this energy naturally from your body that is seeking expression. It seeks to be liberated. You have all this pent up, even good energy. You just have it inside of you, and it's buzzing and buzzing, and it wants to be expressed. It wants to be liberated. We as humans, we tend to, we are in a world where it's all about creation. It's all about making things happen that we envision it. And there's a tendency to overdo it and not balance it with the liberation aspect, where your body also has, it wants to be free. It wants to release those energies from down towards up and just be free of it. It wants to liberate itself. So those are the two main currents. The manifestation is having an idea, writing it down, taking action. You're pulling it from the up realms to the down realms, to the plane of matter, of existence. And the other one is your body telling you, I need to move, I need to express this emotion, I need to speak about this topic, I have something I'm feeling regarding this or that, it needs to be expressed. So try to balance those two currents. So those are the two main ones. And again, it's nothing it's nothing esoteric or unpractical. It's just literally it has to do with gravity as well. So pulling from up towards down and rooting like heavy down, or liberating is like jumping around. You're detaching yourself from earth and you're trying to fly, in a sense. You're trying to be free. And then it goes from the heaviness, the manifestation that goes downwards, it goes upward, it gets liberated. Think of yourself as like jumping around and just, or dancing or stuff like that. It's liberation current. So that is one way of looking at it. Another way is expanded, and I'll just invite you to try this out for yourself. And it's like a small experiment where you can stand up, try to feel your gravity, and then the expanded currents are up, down, left and right, pulling towards you and pushing away from you. So you can try this in a way that you just put your hands in front of you and you do like this towards the sky. You do like this down to feel the gravity. So this is opposite of gravity. You feel like you're gonna levitate. This is towards the ground, like you're calming down, like you're pulling everything down, like bones in the last video, just down, down, heavy, heavy, heavy. The next one is pushing. So just push away from you. And the next one is pulling. So after you push, go like this and go towards, like almost like vacuuming, almost like you're a black hole. You're just pulling towards you. And then push. And then pull again. And the last one is left and right. It's like you're like you have a big cauldron of like soup or stew, and you're mixing it. You're stirring the big cauldron in front of you. So those are like ways your energy can move inside of you. It can go up, it can go down, it can be stirred left and right, or right to left, or circular motion, but like left and right. You can push energy from you outside, or you can pull and receive from the outside within yourself. So the pushing, the pushing aspect is emitting, in the sense of the first video of the human design video, where you have some centers that emit energy and you have some centers that take energy from the outside. In that sense, you can emit your energy outward like a generator would, like singing, like sharing stuff. Or you can pull in a sense of magnetism, of yin, of waiting for that, of just being being attractive, of being magnetic, of being like a black hole that pulls outside things towards you. The aspect that goes from the top down, the manifestation current I've just talked about, is like if you do that, you can write your thoughts more easily. You're maybe gifted as a painter, as an artist, as a writer, as somebody that can take images and visions and thoughts and very easily transform them into something that's tangible, that other people can see. And if you use the opposite, the lifting current, you are somebody that can generate a lot of energy very, very efficiently. You can go from earth to fire like this. You can just enhance and uplift yourself or uplift another person. And it's like very, very rapidly you can go from 0 to 100, like just, let's go. It's just an exaggeration, but just example-wise. And then left to right. Okay, so pushing is emitting. If you push, you're an emitter. If you pull, you're a manipulator. But don't take that name as bad. It just means you are able to take in the energy and use it. So manipulate. We're gonna call it manipulation, but don't take it as a bad word. It can be used, of course, in a bad sense if you manipulate others, control others in that way, but just for reference-wise, it will be called manipulation. The upward energy flow is enhancing, and the downward is manifesting. The last one is left and right, and circular is called transmutation. So what that means is you can change the attributes of a certain energy within yourself. So when I asked you to do this standing up practice where you try to lift your hands and try to liberate, try to make yourself lighter, and then lower your hands, go down, go heavy, it's manifestation. This was enhancement, this is manifestation, liberation and manifestation as well. This is emitting energy, you're sending energy away from you. And this is pulling energy towards you, you're taking in, you're being magnetic, you're pulling towards you. You can use it. Give me some energy, I will use it. I can manipulate that energy if you give it to me. And then left and right is transmutation. Like, put some energy in this cauldron of mine. Put some negative energy in this cauldron of mine, and I will stir it and make good use of it. I know what to do with it. I will make good use of it. So some combinations. Okay, so why I asked you to do this practice is to find out which energy current are you most comfortable with, which feels best to you. Do you feel really good when you're lowering your hands? Do you feel really good when you're going up? When you're like uplifting yourself or somebody? Do you feel good when you're pushing, when you're giving? Do you feel like, I have all this energy, I want to give it, I want to share it, I want to give it? Or when you pull, do you feel like you can take on so much, you can just take everything? Or when you go left to right, you feel like you could stir it forever and you feel really good when you stir it. That can tell you like what could be your calling, what could be your archetype, what could be your ideal role in this life. For example, if lowering the hands and going down into the ground feels very good for you, you may be good at just calming things down, which is very obvious, but also like manifesting things from your head, from the air and fire, visions, writing, drawing things, putting ideas down into the manifested, binding ideas into the earthly realm, into existence. If liberation feels good for you, then already the energy you have inside you, without thinking, just releasing that energy in terms of intuitive talking, intuitive singing, dancing, expression, or uplifting others, talking from your gut, from your earth, just expressing those things, or uplifting others, like you can do it, like uplifting yourself, like going from 0 to 100 to go, yeah, let's get that fire up and let's do it. In terms of emitting energy, of giving energy, it's similar to the upward motion, but it's not the same. Emitting goes in all directions. It's like radiating outwards. It can also be speaking, it can also be singing, it can also be expression, but it goes out. It goes, I'm here to give. I have it all the time inside of me, and I'm here to give and give outward, outward, outward. And on the other side is the magnetic aspect. So the emitter aspect would be the yang. It would be a person that already has everything they need to achieve stuff. So they go out and they give and they use it already. And a person that doesn't feel that they are an emitter, a person that feels that they can pull better, that's a yin quality. That's a quality of, you give me something I can use and I will use it. Those are people that function better. Those would be the projectors in human design, the reflectors in human design, the people that are non-energy beings by themselves. They need input from the outside and then they use that energy. So that would be like, those would be the therapists. Those would be the people that help others, the support types in games and like role-playing games, support. Like, I'm here to assist you. I'm here, you give me something and you give me a problem and I'll solve it. I'm here for that. Instead, opposite to the emitter types, which are here to just use the energy they have from their own body, from their own innate energy reservoirs, if you would like, from their, like, from their instincts that they wanna, no, not instincts, but life force battery from the bucket they got when they were born. They all the time they want to share from that bucket. I'm getting back to the bucket again. I'm just so amazed how funny that word is to me. But to get back to that, the last one is transmutation or alchemy, or stirring the stew, stirring the bucket, stirring the soup. So that would be somebody that's very good at empathy. So if I want to break down empathy in this sense of energy currents in the body and in the outside, an empathic person is somebody who, okay, let's say I'm an empathic person. I'm very good at taking in energy because it's just natural to me, and in that way I can feel what you are feeling. So I'm the black hole all the time. I'm just taking in and taking in and taking in. And then after I take in, if I just emit it back at you, that's what you see in society. You see people that take in and give back the same thing. I used to talk about this in one of my earlier videos, like last year I talked about when you take in something and you transmute it, you stir it, and then you give back something else. That's basically alchemy. That's what's going to change the world. If you can take in the inward energy wave and you stir it first, before you give it back, you can take frustration, give back love. Or if you can't give back, you can take it, stir it, and then lower it down and just ground it like an electrical current. But let's say, in case of empathy, you take in by the inward manipulation current, you take in frustration, you feel frustration, but then you pause, you breathe. You stir it a little bit. And then you give back something else. You emit peace, you emit love, you emit like a question, like, or a statement like, I know, man, I know, I can feel it. And that's the mechanics of alchemy, that's the mechanics of empathy. The inward current, taking in something from somebody, and then the transmutation current is left and right, left and right. You're going left brain, right brain, left brain, right brain. Logic and illogic, rational, irrational, emotional, logical, emotional, rational, male, female. You give it some time to have space in the body to just, so you stir it a little bit, and that's called transmutation. So based on all, like every person is capable of all of these currents. The manifestation current, the liberation or enhancement current, the transmission current or emitting current, and the receiving or manipulating or taking in current. And lastly, the transmutation of all these energies current. We are all capable of all of them. But based on your type and what you are here to do in this world, you could be better at some of them, and it may be harder for you to do some of them. And so just stand up, just push, feel your ground first, and then just push with your hand and exhale. And then do like this, and then pull with your hand as you inhale like this. And then push again. This is emitting, this is taking in, this is magnetism, this is attracting. Lower down, feel your ground, go from fire to earth, lower down, heavy. And then go from ground to fire, go and liberate and enhance and like, yes, or I can do it, and just upward motion. And then try the stirring. See which of these comes very natural. See which of these awakens maybe some memories inside you. See which of these make you feel something, make you feel that, yes, maybe this current is what I need to do. If this goes very natural to you, if lowering goes very natural to you, maybe you're here to help either manifest yourself or help bring ideas manifest into the physical form. If this comes natural to you, maybe you're here to liberate yourself, help liberate others, help uplift yourself, help uplift others. Maybe you're here to use the energies you have inside your body just to express it. And if transmutation comes easily to you, maybe you're here to help others deal with their thoughts, deal with their emotions, things of that nature. So, if you feel you want more information about these things, if you feel you have any questions, any further, if you want to talk more about these topics, if you want more resources, I have like anime, books, readings like this. This ties very well into the human design, where generators are the emitters, projectors are those that take in energy, and they could either amplify it or they can transmute it, change it into something else. The reflectors are pure magnetic, those that take in and amplify it. Manifestors are those that are pure manifesting currents from the upward realms down into the manifested earth realm. So if you feel drawn to human design, also contact me. We can do readings, we can talk about these things. If you feel like you need more clarification about any of these currents, like if you feel some of these currents could benefit you in your career, if you don't know how to use them, if you feel intrigued, if you feel just, oh, like lines while you were talking, I remember this guy from anime, he might be an emitter. This guy, like I read this book, or you know this show, you know these Marvel comic superheroes, that guy could be an emitter, that guy could be a transmuter. Let's talk about it. Just contact me and we can talk about it. We can exchange information. I can do readings for you. You can talk about your life, and I can tell you in what ways, which of these currents can you use in a better way to get more out of them, to be more happy with them, to be more successful using them. Yeah, and all those good energy stuff. Yeah, so like I mentioned before, there's a link in bio for the energy work, for guided meditation. If you feel you would like to just sit down and have me guide you through these, and have me guide you through the elements, or if you want human design reading, or if you just want to talk in any area of your life you're having difficulty with, just hit me up on the email, send me a DM, or check the link in bio on Calendly if you want to book a session straight away. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. And you know what they say.